Hey guys, this is not my usual type of video, both in editing style and in content. So if you're watching this video and you're like, matey, this video is bullshit. I hate this video and I hate you and I'm never coming back here ever.
I hate cursive and I hate all of you. I'm never coming back to school, never!
Then please feel free to skip it. I was debating about just not putting it out at all. However, I've already put a lot of time and energy into this, and I've yet to miss an upload this year, and I don't plan on starting now. So if this is not your cup of tea, please feel free to skip it. We will be back next week for basically a video that's like the polar opposite of this one, where I eat the daily recommended amount of vegetables per day for 1 week. That was a mouthful, and I hope that sentence made sense. But we'll be back for that, and I'll see you then. But for now, let's head on back to past Matey, who will explain herself. Hello there, ladies. My name is Matey, and I am on a journey to lose weight and to have a 2025 baby in a busted-ass 93 uterus. Now, for the last few months, if you guys are avid watchers of this channel, I've complained about having some pretty lengthy plateaus. Not the worst. I've definitely heard some horror stories online, but plateaus that last several weeks that in the past would have made me want to give up on this journey that I'm on. However, this journey is not a journey. It's a lifestyle. It's a journey, but it's a journey for life. So there is no giving up. But I would like to continue to lose weight, and I would like to lose it consistently. I would rather lose a pound a week than go weeks without losing weight and suddenly drop 3 pounds. That would be great. I would prefer the latter. But that has not been happening lately. Now, I've lost 45 pounds, and I've been on this journey for 6 months. It all sounds very impressive when I say it like that. And during this journey, I have had one refeed. Now, I didn't call it a refeed. I just went on vacation. I took you guys along, showed you some of the food I ate. Actually, I showed you all of the food that I ate. And I really tried to make balanced decisions while I was on vacation. If you haven't seen that video, don't sweat it, because no one's seen that video. It is the least viewed video on my channel of all the videos I've posted this year. But that's okay. It's fine. I'm fine. Regardless, I have been toying with the idea of doing a refeed, but I have been terrified of a number of things. The internet can really turn on you if you've decided to stop losing weight. If you're like an overweight person like me and you're stopping losing weight, it like all of a sudden it goes from like hugs to like pitchforks or knives in the back, you know? So I'm terrified to do this. But this is not exactly coming out of nowhere. I talked about the plateauing, but this is sort of like a staycation for me. Some very dear friends of mine are coming from a long way to come and visit me for my birthday weekend. Yesterday was my birthday. It fell on a Thursday, which is a little lame, but it's okay. I have persevered. But regardless, they are coming to visit, and so I've been deciding and toying with what I should do as far as my day-to-day eating goes. So it all just kind of fell into place for this to be a refeed. If this is not the video for you, I completely get it. Part of the reason I want to make this video is to basically show people like, hey, you could fall off, whether that's intentionally or unintentionally. You could fall off for a few days, but don't give up. You can get back to it. Anything is possible. And you would be surprised, or at least I hope I'm surprised, that I will hopefully be able to lose whatever weight I gain. Now, I do have PCOS. Rapid weight gain is a thing for me, and it's a thing I've experienced many times in the past. So I am scared of doing this. But the last time I did this and I came back from vacation, I actually lost a fair amount of weight in the weeks after. So it really did help jumpstart my metabolism. One more thing that I want to get out of this challenge is, for some reason, and I don't know why, I have this tendency to view eating at home as healthy and going out to eat as unhealthy. I don't know why. I used to have this coworker who would meal prep, and she did it to save money, but she would meal prep the most delicious meals. And I'd always be like, wow, I really wish I could be that way. Because when I wasn't actively on a diet, I would just eat whatever was at the cafeteria or whatever I could get my grubby little hands on. I did not eat healthy. Yeah, I would like to change that. So you will see some like at home cooking, and it's not all going to be like salads and chicken breasts. In fact, very little of it will be. I do have some rules for this as well. So this refeed will be going on over the course of 4 days. And I know that's an awkward amount of time, but that's just how long my friends are here. I wish it was 3 or 5, but it's 4. It's okay. During that 4 days, I want to drink 64 ounces of water a day. It's just a good habit to have. It's a good thing. Drink your water, ladies and gentlemen. And I want to move my body at least 30 minutes a day during those 4 days. Now, I'm going to tell you guys something, and this is a hard pill to swallow because I did not want to for a while. The purpose of working out is not for weight loss. You should be working out because it's just good for you.
Ugh. Brother, ugh. What's that? What's that, brother?
And I know that's really hard to hear, and I'm really sorry, but that is something I've had to kind of learn the hard way this year. I have a very stationary job. I need to move my body or I won't move my body. All of my hobbies are also stationary. So when I work out, it is intentionally to move my body. Now, I don't want to call this working out because it's probably going to all be pretty low key, like taking a 30-minute walk. Maybe I'll jump rope. I did that the other day and enjoyed it more than I thought I would. Changes are happening, guys. But the point of it is not to offset the bad food I'm eating. No amount of working out can offset a truly bad diet. And it is not to try to lose weight during this. It is purely because it's good for me and I need to do it. So that is it. In addition to that, I will be showing the next 4 or 5-ish days post refeed. I'll weigh in every day. I'll tell you guys how much weight I gained during the refeed because I know I'll gain some weight. It's going to be okay. And maybe we'll get some insight into kind of what my body does and what your body may do in the days after having an indulgent weekend or what have you. So that is it. Am I scared? Yes. Do I think this could and might and will probably backfire? Also, yes. But it is okay. We are in this together. And like I said, if this is not your video, if this bothers you, if you're like, maybe you're making a terrible mistake, you have a great time. I will see you next week. We're going to do this. And we're going to do it right, I hope. We're going to do it as best we can. Okay, so let's get into some cool footage, or what I hope is cool footage. We are about to get our workout in. We're going to do a quick jump rope sesh this morning. I actually did this earlier this week, and I was surprised that I kind of like it a little bit more now. Like, who is she? Who is she? So we're going to get our workout in really quick. It is early in the morning. It's 8 something. People are still kind of getting up, but for the most part, people are still laying in bed, half asleep. So now would be a good time. We are also grilling today. And me and Henry love to grill, but we typically make it healthy. And there have been some grilling sides that I have been missing out on. So we're going to do that. And maybe I'll stop being so stuffy, because I've been stuffy since yesterday evening. Probably because I'm covered in cat hair. Now that can't have anything to do with it, but it might. All right, let's get this workout in. Not Henry. Do y'all want to be on camera or no?
later.
This is me. And this is my husband with sunscreen all over his face. Now, my lovely husband will film for me all the time, but he has a tendency to stop filming right when the good part happens. See Exhibit A right here. And so this was what he ended up filming instead of filming my actual landing off of the giant slide. But if you guys have giant slide blue balls, I did go ahead and film my friends coming off of the slide, which was pretty funny in my opinion.
There they are.
So, the morning of the refeed, I weighed 204.8 pounds. And at the end of that 4 days, well, I'm just going to let past matey speak for herself. Oh, that is brutal. Oh my God. Bitch. I don't really have much else to say. That kind of sucks. I definitely was not as good as I could have been, but like, Jesus Christ. I mean, it took me 4 weeks to lose that weight, and it took 4 days to gain it back. It's not great. All right, I'm signing off now. Okay, it's not that serious. This happens because this is real life. Like, I get that I'm a YouTuber, but this is real life. Your friends come into town, you eat whatever you want. This is real life. But we're not going to let this deter us because we can't. But we're going to spend the next few days fixing this as best we can. Will we get back to where we were? Probably not. But will we get to a place that's better? Probably so. Eating out does involve a lot of like salt and things, so I'm sure a lot of this is water weight. At least I hope so. And like I said, I do still have hope that this will better my metabolism. So yeah, I couldn't have said it better myself. I mean, I did say it. Yeah. So the second half of this video is going to be me walking you guys through what I did post refeed. It will also include a lot of the staple recipes that I eat in a day. And if that sounds boring, well, don't go, because a lot of people have actually requested that I tell them what I eat in a day. Your girl has still lost 40+ pounds, which is impressive if I do say so myself. So people want to know what I be eating, and I am here to deliver. So on morning one post refeed, I made my berry smoothie. I originally took some footage of this, but I've actually made this ad nauseum on this channel. So if you're interested, I will link a short down below explaining what I did. The only difference between this recipe and that one is I subbed out the spinach for a serving of cauliflower so I can get a serving of vegetables. And another thing I didn't show post refeed is that I do have some coffee with almond milk, and I also have my go-to recipe down below as well. For lunch, I had a bell pepper sandwich with turkey and Laughing Cow cheese and some Doritos. Don't hate, I freaking love Doritos. I also worked out post refeed, so I wanted to show you guys kind of what I do in between workout challenges. I typically like to walk, however, it is officially summer in the South, and ain't nobody got the stamina to be walking out in this heat. Plan was to just jump rope today. However, I got this. I ordered it, it came in one day, it's bent on the corner, that's irrationally bothering me, but I got this cookbook and I really want to look through it. This is something I am considering as a lifestyle change. I'm scared because I know if I do this, I'm going to have to do a complete overhaul of the things I eat for breakfast, but it's fine, it's fine. So I think what I'm going to do is jump rope for 15 minutes and then for 20 minutes, hop on this guy, the stepper. Honestly, the jump rope and stepper combination is underrated. For dinner that night, we had this salmon salad that I adapted from a restaurant that we went to when we were in Tennessee. I do leave the walnuts out because the salad is actually kind of a lot of calories depending on the bit of salmon that you have. But it is so good, and I always feel so good after I eat it. It is delicious, it is filling, it has a lot of protein, it is a macro powerhouse. We love her. And I didn't show it, but I did have some strawberries that night, and that was it for day one. Overall, I would give this a 7 out of 10. I hit all my macros, but I was starving throughout the day. I think my body was being a little bitch and trying to trick me into going back into refeed mode, although after so long, at that point, it would just be Matey's gorging herself mode. Regardless, I persevered and I stayed strong, but in hindsight, I really just should have had a more substantial breakfast. There are actually some studies that suggest that like smoothies and drinkable foods don't register into your brain as food. The act of chewing is kind of what registers in your brain as food. And in hindsight, I really should have just had a more substantial breakfast to keep me more satiated. So for that reason, 7 out of 10. I was really curious to see what I would weigh on day 2 post refeed, and I was really surprised by what I saw. So much so that I didn't believe it. Damn, is that true? Day 2's breakfast consisted of feta eggs. I am pretty obsessed with this. I have it about 2 to 3 times a week. Like the salmon salad, this is kind of a macro powerhouse. You get fat from the feta and from the avocado. You get a little protein from the eggs. You get some carbs from the tortilla. It is just delicious. And the workout of the day was the fitness marshal. Now, full disclaimer, I cannot dance. Ya mans can't dance.
Hey, yo, your mans can't dance.
I cannot dance. I suck at dancing. The only time I'm halfway decent at dancing is if I'm drunk and I'm loosened up. However, this was the middle of the day and your girl is not an alcoholic, so I do not partake. Also, we are on a health journey. So no booze for me, just vibes, but the vibes were not very good. Holding the weights during this challenge was a really good call because my arms were sore for like 2 days, even though the weights weren't that heavy. So yeah, that was a really good workout for me.
It's working.
For lunch, I was boring and had a basic ass salad. I heard somewhere that a really good low calorie dressing would be half salsa, half Greek yogurt and just kind of mix it together. You get a little bit of protein and it's really good. And it's really good in like a taco salad situation. So I definitely partook in that and I seasoned my chicken breast with basically taco seasonings that I had in my pantry, you know, cumin, paprika, chili powder, things like that. And add a little tomato, add a little avocado, and you have a good little lunch. And she was very good. For dinner, I had these chicken Thai peanut butter lettuce wraps. Say that 3 times fast, ladies. But this was another food that I adapted from a restaurant in South Mississippi called the Keg and Barrel. I love their version. This version was okay. It was really good. I would actually make it again. It was good. It was light, but it just is not the same as their delicious Thai chicken lettuce wraps. But alas, they probably put a bunch of really good stuff in there that would make it a million more calories than this. But this is a very good dinner. And then for dessert, I had another 80-calorie mochi ice cream. Why do I look so gross when I'm eating them? Overall, this was a solid day of eating. I did go over on fat. I think the avocado with both breakfast and lunch was kind of what did me in. I would rate this a solid 8.5 out of 10. I'm sorry for the lack of focus on day 3's weigh-in, but on day 3, I was down yet another pound and I was just feeling good. Breakfast was a little weird because, hey, I'm a little weird. No, I was hungry and I couldn't decide what I wanted, and these protein Pop-Tarts also sounded pretty good. They are really good, but it is a travesty that there's not 2 to a pack and it's just 1 to a pack. That is an abomination. Okay, it's not that serious and I need to calm down. Hello, everyone. I have not eaten lunch. Your girl was pretty full from breakfast, but I'm getting a little hungry and it's about midday. But I want to eat and then immediately work out thereafter. Like, I want to be punched in the face. Seriously, I will definitely get nauseous and feel like garbage and not be able to give it my all. What are we all doing here? What's going on here? Today, we are doing the Jillian Michaels Ripped in 30 Level 2. I just remember it being decently challenging, even though I haven't done it in years. I was going to do it for YouTube, but you guys voted it out. You guys were like, no, thank you. So I was like, okay, loud and clear. But that doesn't mean I can't do it as not a challenge. I can just do it in general. I own the DVD. I'm a free person. Okay, I'm going to chill now. I was definitely really hungry before dinner, so I ended up having a cup of cereal with some blueberries and some low-fat milk. My husband always gets this waffle cereal, and the combination of waffle cereal and blueberries is just so freaking good. It slaps, as the children say. I don't even know if the kids still say that. Kids, do y'all still say that? Finally, for dinner, we had chicken fajitas, and we do a mix between chicken breast and chicken thighs. Honestly, I could go full chicken thighs, and that's what the recipe calls for. By the way, all of the recipes that are relevant will be linked down below. I could go full chicken thighs, but it is a lot of fat for my current lifestyle. So we also add a lot of onion and bell pepper to get that extra veggie. I was missing some of the veggies though, so I did a serving, maybe a serving and a half of cauliflower rice and ate it over that, and it was really good. And the cheese sauce is salsa con queso. Salsa con queso is not perfect. It is definitely a processed junk food, but hey, it's not perfect and neither am I. You heard it here first. For dessert, once again, I had a little mochi ice cream. Macros wise, we did excellent yet again. I do wish I had had more veggies today, so I do have to dock some points for that, but I would give this another 8.5 out of 10. So on the final day, day 4, I started the day with a jump roping sesh before it got too hot outside. I have both grown to hate and love this. I don't, what is happening to me? I did weigh in after, which is probably why I lost another 1.6 pounds from day 3, which I am shook by. I do think it's because I sweat so much during the jumping rope, but like, I'm not mad at it. But we'll talk about that a little bit more at the end of this video. For breakfast, I had a concoction that I'm pretty sure exists somewhere, but I've never heard of it. So in my mind, I invented it. So if you heard it here first, I invented this. Tell all your friends. Okay, it's not that serious. It's essentially like a yogurt cheesecake. I put a singular graham cracker at the bottom of a Pyrex bowl. Then I put yogurt on top. I use the Dannon Light and Fit strawberry Greek yogurt. It's like strawberry cheesecake to, you know, stay on trend with the cheesecake. And then I put a layer of berries on top. This could be breakfast, a snack, or dessert. It is that good. Part of the reason that I put the yogurt on top of the graham cracker like that is so it soaks into the graham cracker and everything's all soft and good and it feels like crust-like. I don't know. It's really good, but my husband will just take a graham cracker and crush it into the container and he doesn't do the extra stuff that I do. But you know what? It's fine. It's fine. I will say if you're having that for breakfast, it is a much lighter breakfast. So I ended up having a Cafe au Lait Premier Protein drink for, you know, a boost of protein and a boost of caffeine. It's also really good. And day 4's lunch was a repeat of day 1 with a little veggie action going on and a little Dorito action. Hey. And for dinner, I wanted to make something new, so I actually whipped out this mortar and pestle that my good friend got for me, and I made some fresh pesto, which I've never done before, and it was really good. I ended up using that in this tuna cotto sandwich, and I had some leftover tuna mixture at the end of this, so I put it over some spinach leaves and had that for yet another extra little veggie. And because I'm not perfect, I also had a little bit of chantilly cake too. So that is it for my refeed and my post refeed. Now, obviously, we have to talk about the crazy weight changes. Your girl has PCOS, so I definitely rapidly gain weight. It is an unfortunate side effect. And there have been many times in the past where I would have seen that rapid weight gain and I would have given up altogether. However, the thing that I've learned this year is there is no giving up. This is a lifestyle change. This is for life. And like everyone, I'm not perfect. So there will be times, whether I plan it or whether it's inadvertent, that I'm gonna trip up. As I said, I do think I did better in my vacation video. So if you wanna check that out, please do so. It is crazy to me that I did essentially bounce back 4 days later. I can't do the numbers right now in my brain, but I want to say I am 0.6 of a pound heavier than I was at the beginning of the week, which is crazy to me. So I really hope that this is a lesson to some people, like, hey, don't give up. You're going to be fine. If you have an indulgent weekend, that doesn't mean that your habits that you've built have to be over. You can keep going. I believe in you. I really hope somebody got something good out of this video. And if you didn't, I'm sorry. We'll be back next week. But for now, that's all I got. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you made it to the end, you are a real one. And I hope you have a good day. Bye.